Hi. Hello, Gail. Hi, Jen. Um, Here, I don't know my hair. It's red. I was telling her I went to the doctor. She, the nurse blew my vein out on the one side. I don't even know if she was a nurse. If she called somebody else in, and that lady's like, that nurse was a nurse, and she says, "Oh my gosh, she blew your vein out." So they had to do the other side. Meanwhile, the kids were calling me in the car. I had Luke, Esteban, and Ethan. And it was fun. It was fun. Um, then we had to pick Jimmy up from the train, went to Sam's Club. And then Ethan went and bought a truck at a dealership. So it was nice. He'll pick that up tomorrow. So we spent the afternoon doing that, and then we got Jimmy from the train, ran to Sam's Club in that order. Well, he met us at the train stations across from Sam's Club. Went there, got some things, grabbed something to eat, picked up Roman on the way home, and then came home. And we got here at about, I don't know, 12 o'clock? 11:30 maybe. 12. Yeah, it was down. It's probably closer to 12. Hi there, Kato. So yeah, so a full day. I was up since like I think 6 this morning. I did a real early live. I did a little live to tell you that there wasn't going to be an auction tonight because we were still just finishing up with. We had just finished up with Ethan's truck stuff that we had to do. Then Luke was driving, and he goes, "Mom, look, there's a rainbow," and there was a rainbow. I sent pictures of it. Right after we, finished that, Ethan bought the, put his deposit down and everything, and he picks it up tomorrow. But anyway, yeah. So we saw the rainbow, so that was a nice sign, and he's got to get that tomorrow. So, all right, let's. I've been unplugged today, so I went and quickly looked, and I see that it's very sad. You guys know that August 13th is 7 years since the horrific murder of Shanann, Bella, Cece, and Nico, right? And would you believe on the anniversary of that, there is a murder-suicide in Grants Pass, Oregon. And while Chris Watts did not take his own life, this husband did. After killing his wife, 3 children, he killed himself. It's a family of 5 in Grants Pass, Oregon, gone. And you wonder why anybody feels that that's the only way out of whatever they're going through. Sad. But unfortunately, there's more and more people feeling that there's no way out or something. So let me let's talk about that. Okay. Let me get a graphic up here. I don't know. This is the area tell you what's going on here. So, family of 5 is deceased after an apparent murder-suicide in Josephine County. All 5 deaths were discovered inside the home on Hussey Lane in the Pickett Creek area on Monday. Deputies said they received a request to perform a welfare check on someone who had not shown up to work that day. Josephine County deputies and the Oregon State Police officers entered the home after observing suspicious conditions around the premises. It appeared that all 5 residents, a 40-year-old man, a 42-year-old woman with 3 children, ages 7, 9, and 11, had all been shot. Officials say the deceased man, Chad Scott Behe, is now the suspect of the murder-suicide incident, and Oregon State Police is leading the investigation with the assistance of the Grants Pass Police Department. Anyone with information is urged to contact law enforcement. Now, let me just see something. Chad Scott Behe. He was 40. Trying to see what there is on Facebook. Press release from the, let's see. So the deceased victims, Hannah Marie Behe, 42, a male juvenile 11, a male juvenile 9, and a female juvenile 7. And then the deceased adult male, Chad Scott Behe. Let's see. Trying to see if there's, I see one other thing. I'll try one other. Oopsie. Yeah. I don't know. Very sad. Let me see what else there is on this. There's any. Okay, here's another one. Lane and the sheriff's say they were responding to the welfare check. Yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty new, but yeah, very sad that people feel that there's no hope of change or anything like that. And another really crazy thing is this grandson who killed his grandfather, who was 77, in Texas, fatally stabbed him on his way to work. So, the grandson's 41, and he's charged with stabbing his 77-year-old grandfather to death as he rode his bicycle to work earlier this month. The Houston police say Aaron Bartholomew Sheehan was booked into the Harris County Jail on Tuesday, charged with the murder of the August 7th death of Anaval Patricio Elvire Ortiz. Ortiz was on his way to work at about 5:45 a.m. that morning, riding his bike on a trail along Harrisburg Boulevard. Surveillance video showed the suspect step out from behind a fence and stab Ortiz in the back. Ortiz kept riding for about 10 minutes. He rode stabbed in the back for 10 minutes until he got to work, and once there he told coworkers that a man hit him on his ride and then he collapsed. He was taken to a hospital where he was pronounced dead. He might not have realized his injuries were so severe, and he just kept riding his bike, said the Houston Police Sergeant Mark Holbrook. Investigators found a blood trail back to where they believe the attack took place, and from there, surveillance video. The suspect was spotted shortly after the stabbing at a mass transit station. Police released images of him asking for help in his identification, and 5 days later, Sheehan was in custody. He was not in court on Wednesday when a judge set his bond at $1 million because he was undergoing a mental health evaluation. Wow. How crazy. And his grandfather just kept riding that bike to work. Wow. Okay, let's see here. Okay, apparently, let's see, where is this coming from about Brian Kohberger being tortured by other inmates? Trying to get you a graphic here so we know we're switching gears. Oh, have I been on 10 minutes yet? Probably, right? I'm supposed to be testing out this new feature, and it comes on at exactly 10 minutes. It's so ridiculous. Only stays on for a few seconds during a live stream, supposedly. And where the freak is my live stream? Here we go. How long have I been on? Yeah, just 14 minutes now. Okay. Yeah, he's whining about the inmates bothering him. Yeah, let's see what's going on with this guy. So, Brian Kohberger is, according to something on Ashley Banfield, it says that inmates are using air vents to keep Brian Kohberger awake all day and night. Department of Corrections confirmed to the news outlet that Kohberger has complained about taunting since being transferred to the state's highest security prison. They're kicking the doors, they're taunting him, and they're basically torturing him using psychology. The guards at this point, all of them, the most that they can do is write it down or tell him, hey, there's nothing we can do. You're not in physical harm. Meanwhile, defense attorneys, accused prosecutors, okay, well, let's back to that. So, yeah, they're going through the air vents. And they're taunting him, according to what's going on. So he's being taunted. All right. And what does he want done about that? I don't know. What do you think he wants done about that? I don't know. And speaking of that, they released a age progression of Summer Wells. Is that the... Summer would be 9 years old today. How long has she been missing for? Since 2021. And then there's another one. There's this picture as well. Georgia girl missing nearly a week. And have they found her? Let's see. They're saying that she is a runaway juvenile. Let me see. Kathy Ann Verdicia, 14 years old, 5 feet tall, 112 pounds, last seen August 7th at the 2400 block of Southgate Drive. Kathy Ann was last seen wearing black pants and a red shirt and a red-black polo jacket with black Air Force Ones. Kelly Ann also frequents the 1900 block of Haney Drive. Anyone with information concerning Kelly Ann should contact the Richmond County Sheriff's Office at 706-821-1020 or 706-821-1080. I hope she's found alive and well. I don't know why I don't. Can't see what else we have here. Okay. Alabama. Wow. What happened here? A teenager called. Hold on a moment. This is crazy. What happened over here? This is our victim there. Joseph Andrus, 30 years old, the man you see right there, was allegedly killed by his Uber passenger. He's being remembered by his family as a courageous and reliable older brother, son, and partner who persevered through his struggles. Shaliki Sanchez has been arrested on a murder charge in connection with the murder, and this happened in New Mexico. Hey, where's Puddin'? A teen's been arrested on a murder charge after he allegedly called an Uber with the intention of killing a driver so he could release some of his stress. The Uber driver was killed Thursday, August 7th, after driving 18-year-old Sanchez, who allegedly shot Andrus multiple times. During his interview with the police, Sanchez allegedly admitted to killing Andrus. He allegedly said he needed to let off some steam. Sanchez allegedly admitted to killing Andrus. And he allegedly said he needed to let off some steam and that he ordered his girlfriend to get him an Uber before he went through different drivers and ultimately picked Andrus for the ride. He picked Andrus because he seemed like a good guy, Sanchez allegedly told police, alleging that he doesn't really go for good people. Sanchez then ordered Andrus to step out of the car and shot him multiple times. He allegedly fled in Andrus's car, which police say they later found outside of Sanchez's girlfriend's house. And, wow, this is the guy. He looks like, eerily, almost like that Target guy. I don't know. Where did my picture go? Wow. Craziness. And then, you remember Kate Gosselin? What's been happening with her? John and Kate at one time +8. Then Kate, I think, goes on a date. And then Kate +8, Kate +8. Then Kate on a date. Then Kate, I don't know what she was. Kate Gosselin's opening up about her financial situation more than 15 years after her divorce from her ex-husband, John Gosselin. She admitted that she spent so much money on attorneys during her divorce and spoke about working as a pediatric home health care nurse. Let's see. Kate starred as John and Kate +8 from 2007 to 2009. That's all that it was on, 2 years. It feels like I thought it was on so much more because it must have been on right after I had Ethan. And I remember I was pregnant for Luke when it was going off. Before landing a spin-off, Kate +8 amid her divorce. Kate Gosselin is getting real about life after reality TV fame. She's on TikTok, and she's 50 years old now, and she recapped her very busy day as a pediatric home healthcare nurse. She says it was another 12-hour day, and my patient and I did a bunch of things. We went all the things together. We went to a birthday party. We played in the water. We spent a lot of time outside. My patient wants to spend time outside, and I, of course, did all the medical care as well as feeding, bathing, and all the things. And now I work again tomorrow, so I have my dishes loaded into the dishwasher, my dishwasher running, so I can go to bed and get up early and do it all over again, she continued. It looks like she's in another house. That doesn't look like the last house she was in. In the comment section of the post, Kate explained why she still needs to work. Okay, so she has 6 kids. Both shows documented the 24-year-old twin daughters, Maddie and Kara, and 21-year-old sextuplets, Hannah, Colin, Alexis, Aiden, Joel, and Leah. After finalizing the divorce in December of 2009, John and Kate engaged in a long and difficult custody battle. Kate received primary custody of all 8 children, although by 2022, Hannah and Colin were living with John full-time, while the other 6 kids had little contact with their father. When a commenter asked what happened with all the income from the shows, she opened up about the impact of her prolonged court battle. Honestly, providing for 8 kids, college funds, which I'm proud to say covered all of their college and more, and lawyers, sickening, but I was drug into court constantly, and that costs a ton. Sad because my kids could have had a lot more saved, and I could have had a lot more retirement saved if it wasn't for lawyers. It's okay. I'm helping other families I feel needed, and I enjoy helping, she wrote. Let's see. Someone said I had always assumed the show meant you guys were set for life. She said, I wish I spent so much money on attorneys. That killed us. So sad. Okay, let's see. In the comments section, a fan noted that our life seems so different. She said, I miss our house in Pennsylvania, but mainly I miss when the kids were little. Not the stress, just their cuteness. And at the time, it felt like the days were long, but in hindsight, it sped by, and I'm sad. Kate's comments come a month after she officially joined TikTok, and she told followers that she was healing and growing every day. Do you know what I'm doing? I am getting sleepy. So I'm going to do the word cookies. Hi, Burnt Popcorn. Hi, Christine F. How are you? She dumped her son in a treatment center, Burnt Popcorn says. Yep. Christine F. How are you doing? Girl, Gal B. I'm in top chat, not in live chat. That's not good. But I am falling asleep. Hi, little lady. How are you? So I am going to do word cookies because I am exhausted. I just am. It's been a long, long day. Jen Girl said to me, how did you get all that done in one day? It's been a long day. Been a long day. And I'm tired. I'm going straight to bed after this, guys. And I've got another long day tomorrow, so. Okay. 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 Jar, jar, jar. Murder of Crows, where are you? You're needed. Okay, let's see. Ouch. Oh my goodness. Where is There we go. And with that, I'm going to bid you all adieu. Good night, everybody. I love you guys. God bless. Prayers. We'll see you tomorrow. Everybody have a good one. Good night now.